Far away from the Swiss Alps, in a remote part of New England, is a place that has shaped American skiing into what it is today.
Skiing is an import in the United States, and as it got popular in the late 20s, early 30s, kind of its first stop on the way to colonizing the whole ski country of the US was New Hampshire. A Boston-based ski club named the Ski Club Hockenberg had skied in Europe and were aware that there was a race which had started in 1928 in Murren, Switzerland, called the Inferno. And they, in 1933, decided we should have an American Inferno. The definition of an Inferno is from the summit of Mount Washington to the highway at Pinkham Notch. But the reason really everybody remembers 1939 as the Inferno around here is because of the winner, a young racer from Austria named Tony Matt.
Tony Matt shoots the headwall, he just went straight and came out blasting at 80 miles an hour, and nobody had ever seen anything like that before. And it kind of spurred this big mountain movement in America, and it really changed American skiing, I think, changed it into what it is now. People saw what was possible on skis and started, that kind of set it off, and they started going elsewhere and doing bigger and more crazy things. The fact that the American Inferno was here and we were just in Switzerland doing the Murren Inferno, it just seemed to make a whole lot of sense to, for our journey to follow that and come here right after. The whole way you're going up, you don't really see it until you come into kind of the last corner and you're right below it, and it's like boom right there. Just big filled in bowl with a bunch of different cool ski lines off of it.
There's so much pride on the East Coast and in North Conway especially about Tuckerman Ravine and the terrain that it offers, and it feels really cool to come back and appreciate this place. It's rugged, it's steep.
Tuckerman's is this rite of passage, so everyone feels like they have to come ski Tucks at some point.
I think it's one of those places that every American skier has to come and tick off their list.
Every time you go up there in the winter, you're just like, holy shit, this is amazing.
The history is what makes it so iconic, and when you look back, it has such an evolution of skiers all across the East Coast to really look at and have the chance to prove themselves there.
I just think that's a really special thing to be able to ski up here and know the history and think back to all the insane moments that have happened up there.
People out east really have to work for their skiing. It's not as big as out west. They don't get the snow. Whatever it is, they love it just as much, if not more.
I think the skiers out here are prepared to suffer through a lot more worse days in order to get a handful of good days.
They just freaking love the sport. They're just so committed to skiing and being out there and just enjoying every second of it.
On my own side story.
Tux, as the locals call it. Yeah, Tuckerman's, can I say that? Tuckerman Ravine. But if I'm not gonna say Tuckerman's Ravine, Tuckerman Ravine, is it Tuckerman's?